Dear friend, my name is Kobe, and today it's a great privilege to come your way to share a few thoughts with you on truths to transform your life from Dunston Family Church. One of the sad realities of life is that every man that ever lived on this earth will fall sick at a point in his life. Sometimes people don't even know they are sick because the symptoms of such diseases may not show or manifest in their lives. For example, one can be sick of cancer, diabetes, or even have high blood pressure and yet not know about it until he or she visits the hospital for a checkup or for a review. Then this hidden sickness is identified in the course of the investigations. Dear friends, these things are true not only of the physical body. There are heart conditions or diseases that everybody suffers from, though they may be more pronounced in some than others. These include pride, fear, anger, anxiety, covetousness, greed, envy, hatred, unforgiveness, bitterness, and many more. And I'm afraid to say that these conditions are more dangerous than our physical ailments, and yet not many of us acknowledge them, let alone seek to be free from them. Many marriages have broken up, and families have been devastated because of anger, because of lust, and sometimes pride, or even unforgiveness. Children from such homes may become victims of the corruption of the society due to lack of proper parental control, and they may end up being lured into drugs and even the culture of gangs. Again, we hear of people being murdered and dying prematurely because of hatred or anger. Again, a person's budding career can end prematurely. Why? Because of decisions that are driven by greed or envy or unhealthy competition. And yet again, some people choose to commit suicide because of feelings of guilt, hopelessness, disappointment, or fear of failure in life. My dear friends, these and many more are the diseases of the heart and soul of a man that we are all prone to suffer from. But there is remedy for us if only we are willing to be free of these. As you very well know, correctly diagnosing a disease is the first crucial step towards finding a cure for that disease, because wrong diagnosis will inevitably lead to wrong prescription. It is for this reason that doctors are trained for so many years to correctly diagnose diseases and thereby determine the right approach for curing the disease. And this is equally true of every problem of life, be it marital, financial, emotional, social, and what have you. Once the cause of the problem is identified, then it is safe to say that half of the problem is solved already. However, it is also true that it is not everybody who wants their problem solved, because even though some people know the cause of their problems and challenges in their lives, they are not willing to take any steps towards finding a solution. This may be because they are simply proud to accept that they have a problem, or they choose to pretend that all is well when in fact they are secretly suffering within. But the question is, who are you deceiving? It must also be said that not all diseases can be cured by doctors. There are certain conditions that doctors have no answers to, and in fact, they are unable to even determine the cause of those conditions. More often than not, they are honest enough to tell patients that they can't do nothing about such conditions when it is beyond medical science. However, there is another physician who is above human doctors and has the answer to every problem of life. Indeed, he created man, including doctors and medical experts, and understands the makeup and the workings of the human spirit, soul, and body far beyond the knowledge and understanding of any human specialist. I am talking about God, the one who laid the foundations of this earth on which we live and created you and me and planted us on this earth. He alone knows and understands our frame and all that we go through in this life and has the right solutions for all of life's issues and problems. Dear friends, in the Bible, God is called by many names according to how he chooses to reveal himself at a particular time and for a particular reason. One of his names is Jehovah Rapha, which means the Lord our healer. God is the only one who can heal every human disease or condition, be it of the body, of the soul, or of the spirit. However, in order for him to heal, one must first and foremost acknowledge his sickness and therefore his need for God's help. According to the Bible in Mark chapter 2 verse 17, it is written that those who are well have no need of a physician or a doctor, but those who are sick. So if I may humbly ask you, when you honestly consider the condition of your life and the state of your heart right now, will you say you are well or you are in need of help? Perhaps you are listening to me right now and you know deep in your heart that there is a condition in your life that if not checked, it has the potential to ruin your life. It has the potential to ruin your marriage, your family, and your future. Perhaps you've made some wrong choices in life that have led you to a cul-de-sac or have left you with regret, guilt, and disappointment that are weighing you down and robbing you of peace and happiness in life. Perhaps you've suffered abuse, divorce, redundancy, rejection, failure, and disappointment in life, and these things have made you resign yourself to a life of defeat. If that is your situation, then I encourage you not to give up or settle for less, because there is hope for you. You only need to first and foremost acknowledge your condition and need for help. Then you must be willing and determined to let go of your pride and seek for relevant help that can bring you out of that condition. Dear friend, I want to recommend Jesus to you. Perhaps others have misrepresented him to you, so you only see him as a judgmental God, or you are simply ignorant of who he is and what he stands for, and you are therefore robbing yourself of the life, peace, and contentment that he offers. The truth is that Jesus doesn't judge you, and neither does he condemn you. As a matter of fact, he says in John chapter 3 verse 17 of the Bible that he did not come into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might live. Also, he says in John chapter 10 verse 10 that he came into the world that we may have life and have it to the full. Dear friend, what Jesus offers you is life, and life in abundance. The good news is that you don't need any phone call to book an appointment with Dr. Jesus, and neither is there any long waiting list if you want to consult him. You can talk to him right there in your room or wherever you are listening to me from. All you need to do is to tell him about your condition and ask him to help you, because you can't handle it all by yourself. He will gladly step in and surprise you with his goodness and his abundant mercy. He offers life instead of death, beauty for ashes, hope instead of despair, comfort instead of sorrow, and strength instead of weakness. Why don't you invite him into your life today and watch him turn things around for you? I encourage you to do this, and you will never regret it. God richly bless you for your time. Amen.